Hello, happy March. A year ago, around the same time, March or the beginning of summer here in the Philippines, I was undergoing a reading slump. So I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am that right now I'm still very much into reading books. I don't have a slump, not yet, fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm just in such a really good place right now, reading wise, so I don't want to lose the momentum. So you can just imagine how delighted I was to stumble upon the announcement of this readathon, the Backlist Readathon, spearheaded by Jacqueline. I'm gonna put her link down below. I couldn't agree more. This is a fantastic way to get to your older titles that had been on your shelf for a really long time. So thank you so much, Jacqueline, for having this Backlist Readathon. This is exactly what I needed. Unfortunately, I'm a slow reader, so I wouldn't be able to read for all of the prompts that were given. Jacqueline also has 3 other co-hosts. I'm also going to put the links to their channels down below. You need to check them out. But yeah, let's get to the 3 books that I'm reading and the corresponding prompts that they match to.
Backlist booked from your favorite genre, or I guess one of your favorite genres, obviously if you have multiple.
This is probably the easiest one for me because I have a ranking of my favorite genres. It's not necessarily that way all the time. Sometimes they interchange, but my favorite genres have always been literary fiction, historical fiction, psychological thriller, anything coming of age, contemporary. I could go on and on. But I have selected a title that kind of ticks several of those, and that is History of Wolves by Emily Fridland. From what I know, this is a gothic coming of age literary fiction. Is it also a thriller? From what I know, this is a thriller. And I have this habit of always discarding everything that I know about the plot or the blurb for thrillers. That's why they always end up at the farthest pile on my unread or my TBR books, because I want to forget everything I know about them before I get to them. And this has been on my unread pile for more than a year now, so I don't remember anything about it anymore. But just from this cover, I think is it a mystery? What I know from here is that it's a gothic coming of age, which is also literary. So see how it ticks all the boxes. Literary, psychological thriller. Is this also historical fiction? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, this is my selection for it.
To read a backlist from an author that you have read before.
This is also quite easy, to be honest, because I have read 3 books so far from this author. And I guess I could say she's also one of my all-time favorite writers. I've read Life Mass from her. Yes, we're talking about Emma Donoghue. I've given this 4 stars. Historical fiction. And of course, her most popular book, Room, I gave this 5 stars, of course. And also Slammerkin. This is also historical fiction that I have given 5 stars to. See how a lot of my favorite authors are historical fiction writers? Because, yes. The hard part was getting to pick which book from her should I read, because I have 2 books from Emma Donoghue on my unread pile, and both are very intriguing. The Wonder, which I believe is also one of her most popular works. I believe this has a TV adaptation, a series, a movie. But yeah, I know this is also popular. But I'm putting this off for later because this is part of a secret TBR later this year. So not at this time. For the Backlist Readathon, I'm choosing Frog Music. This is also historical fiction that has crime mystery elements. Yeah, I don't want to know more about it. At the back it says, Emma Donoghue is one of the great literary ventriloquists of our time. Her imagination is kaleidoscopic. She steps borders and boundaries with great ease and style. In her hands, the centuries dissolve and then they crystallize back again into powerful words on the page. I couldn't agree more. She really has a way of flying across genres however she wants to, and no one can question her for it because she writes excellently. And for the third book, I actually managed to find a book in my TBR that matches or corresponds to the two prompts from two of the co-hosts.
So my prompt is to read a book with blue on the cover. For my prompt, I'm going to be reading a book that was meant to be read in 2022, but you didn't.
And I've selected The Night Tiger by Yang Zichu. It has blue on the cover, and it's also a book that I have been meaning to read last year, but I haven't gotten the chance to, because last year was a year that I tried to read more of fantasy. Is this fantasy? I don't know. It says it's a sumptuous garden maze of a novel. From whodunit to ghost story to coming of age to romance. I'm also very excited to pick this one up. Finally! Finally! And so here are my titles for the Backlist Readathon. I believe this is gonna run from March 13 to 18. So I'm not sure how quickly I will be posting this, but if I get to post this earlier and you want to join, I highly encourage you to do so. Again, the links are down below. And tell me, what books are you reading? I actually don't know which one to read first, actually. I feel like I'm simultaneously in the mood for all of them. So, which one do I read first? I guess I'll think about it, and then I'll talk to you later with an update.